So the first trailer of The Boys Season 4 has finally dropped, and once again it seems like Amazon just refuses to miss. I mean, Amazon is giving us peak content when it comes to the superhero genre. From the Invincible universe with Season 2 of Invincible, which might I add is going amazing. From Invincible trying not to live up to his father with everything that transpired in Season 1 and the aftermath of that. And of course, Omni-Man. I mean, just look at that magnificent Viltrumite. But honestly, if you haven't checked out Season 2 yet, you really should. The first 4 episodes are already out, with the remaining episodes coming out sometime in 2024, which to be honest kind of sucks, because at least in my opinion I prefer when episodes for a show come out like week after week instead of giving us half of the season and then just dip until next year. But what can we do about that? It is what it is. And let's not forget the MVP of Amazon Prime.
Evening, cunts.
The Boys. That whole universe is peak. Like, there is literally no other way to describe it than peak. Amazon and the team behind The Boys have elevated what it is to be a superhero show forever. They simply cannot miss, and every single season we all think, oh, that's it, there is no way for them to top this one, and then they release yet another banger that's even bigger and better than the previous season. That's what happened with Season 3. I mean, holy fuck, from introducing one of the best characters in that entire universe in Soldier Boy, who, let's be honest, has to return at some point and not just in a dream or something like they did in Gen V, even though that was awesome, but I feel like there's still a story to tell with Soldier Boy. Like, maybe he goes after the boys or something, trying to get revenge on Butcher for betraying him. And speaking of Butcher, he got powers in Season 3. It was temporarily, but still. And he was a fucking menace, going toe to toe with Homelander and actually finally throwing hands with him instead of just talking about throwing hands with him. And you just know that Butcher getting powers, even though it was temporarily, will have tremendous consequences. We'll talk about that later. And let's not forget how Anthony Starr pulled off one of the best performances of that year as Homelander. I still feel like he should have won an award or something for that. It was pure art. But to give you an idea of how Season 3 made me feel overall, I think it's best if Butcher says it himself.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Especially Herogasm. I mean, there was so much going on, but it was so good. I don't know how they're going to top Season 3. I really don't. But then the trailer came out, and oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Very quickly before we continue, I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. It helps way more than you think, and I've noticed that the majority of the people that watches my videos are not subscribed, so if you enjoy my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, I'm done ranting, I promise. Let's go back to the video. Let's start by talking about the most mysterious character in Season 4, played by none other than Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We have no idea who he is playing. They have decided to keep it a mystery, and I so respect that. I think it's fresh and a nice change of pace that we don't know everything before we get to witness it on the screen. A lot of people believed that Jeffrey Dean Morgan was going to play Tech Knight, and a lot of people were pretty certain about it, myself included. But then the actual Tech Knight shows up in Gen V having a thing for holes, which we're not getting into. No pun intended. So we'll just have to wait to 2024 when Season 4 finally comes out to see who Jeffrey Dean Morgan finally plays. On their official Twitter, or X, they mentioned that he does wear a suit, and I would assume that they're talking about a superhero suit and not a suit like he's wearing in the trailer. And they also mentioned that he swears like a fucking sailor, which is fucking awesome. It also seems that Butcher and whoever JDM is playing are friends or allies, or at the very least will be. And it sure as hell doesn't seem like he likes the codename for the team, The Boys. I just realized JDM, fucking JD McDonough from Judgment Day. Anyway, I think I have the entire fandom behind me when I say that let's hope that JDM brings in some of those Season 7 Negan vibes and absolutely dog walks everyone and makes people his bitch just like he did with Rick. Ryan Butcher is also kicking around, being presented as Homelander's son and whatnot. From the ending of Season 3 with him just creepily smiling, we just know that this boy is going to be a menace, and unlike Invincible, he will actually try to live up to his father's footsteps. He will probably be like Brightburn or something, with the main difference being that Ryan will actually be interesting and it won't suck like that garbage ass movie. Billy Butcher has some kind of parasite living in his head. It might be a side effect from Temp V, but I don't really know. We'll just have to wait and see. We also have 2 new characters joining the 7, I'm pretty sure. And again, on their page, they showed these characters with the caption, and you thought Homelander was a problem. And this girl already seems like a problem with her telling Homelander how to win back the crowd. To be honest, it's kind of genius. I'll give her that. But it will be interesting to see what kind of dynamic they bring to the table, and let's hope that they don't piss off the big guy, because otherwise... Speaking of the big guy, Homelander is going crazier than usual, which is is saying a lot. Who knows, maybe this whole father shenanigans is getting to his head. He does kill someone, of course, like, I don't even know why I'm surprised. He is always killing people left and right. But in the last scene from the trailer, Homelander is covered in blood. So it'll be fun to see just who ends up dying, at least in that scene, because to be honest, it's not just going to be one body that Homelander drops. But you already knew that. And you know we couldn't have a season of The Boys unless Mother's Milk, good old MM, sees something truly disgusting. I mean, my poor boy can't seem to catch a break. He's probably done with this shit. I love MM so much. He's amazing, and it's like he's the voice of reason on the team, not to mention that he's just hilarious. But the one thing that really caught my eye was that Black Noir is back, which is odd to say the least, because if you saw season 3, which I would assume that you have, you would know that Homelander reverse flashes him, but to the extreme after he finds out that Black Noir knew that Homelander had a father out there but kept it from him. Obviously, Homelander felt betrayed since Black Noir was probably the only person that Homelander fully trusted, and to have that trust broken, it's gotta hurt. But that gives us a dilemma. Who is the new Black Noir? I mean, it can't be the original one because he's too busy, you know, being 6 feet fucking under. But I have two people that I believe could be this new Black Noir. The first person is Sam Reardon from Gen V. At the end of Gen V, Sam and Kate were painted as the heroes, the saviors of God U. Sam is also very easy to manipulate considering he's not used to being around people because, you know, he was imprisoned in the woods. So for him, people should have no reason to lie, which would make him a great Black Noir, someone that would never betray or leave Homelander's side. Because in his mind, Homelander is the one that saved him and Kate from the other students, the enemy. At least in his eyes. Not to mention that Sam is very powerful and Black Noir's body language screams Sam. And if you ever decide that he doesn't want to do it anymore, Homelander could always bring in Kate to make Sam go back to being a mindless henchman. It's kind of sad if you think about it. Yeah, I think I got depression now. The second person is a little bit of a stretch. If you've read the comic book, which I have not, or if you know a little bit about what happens in the comic book, you might know where I'm going with this. If you don't know, in the comic, Black Noir is actually a clone of Homelander, which would make for an epic plot twist. I don't know about you, but I love me a good plot twist, especially when done right. And if it turns out to be a clone of Homelander, they could go another couple seasons. Maybe they could even have Butcher kill the clone, which would then lead to the final fight between Butcher and, of course, Homelander. Whether it's Sam Reardon or an actual clone of Homelander, we know that the reveal, if there is a reveal, which I would think is going to happen at some point, is going to be spectacular. Who do you think is behind the mask of Black Noir? Sam Reardon, clone of Homelander, or maybe someone else? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your theories. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Peace.